lived a beautiful queen whose greatest wish was to have a daughter.
I wish I had a child of my own, a beautiful daughter with skin as white as snow, with lips as red as rose, and hair as black as coal.
It wasn't long before the queen's wish came true. She gave birth to a beautiful little girl whom she named Snow White. But sadly, the queen became very sick. And unfortunately, she died when Snow White was very little. After a few days, Snow White's father, the king, eventually remarried. His new wife, the new queen, came to live with him and Snow White in the castle. The new queen was very beautiful, but she was a proud and cruel woman. In her room, she had a magical talking mirror, and every morning she would stand before it and ask the same question.
Magical mirror on the wall, tell me, who is the fairest of them all?
The magical mirror would always speak the truth and tell the queen that she was the fairest.
You are my queen. You are the fairest of all.
The queen was always pleased with the magical mirror's answer because she knew that mirror could never tell a lie. The years passed, and Snow White grew to be a beautiful young woman. Everyone admired Snow White's beauty. Her skin was as white as snow, her lips as red as a rose, and her hair as black as coal. Just as her mother had wished for. So she offered everything to her mother. One morning, the wicked queen approached the mirror and asked again,
Magical mirror on the wall, tell me, who is the fairest of them all?
To the wicked queen's great shock, the magical mirror had a different answer for her that day.
Snow White, Snow White, Snow White is the fairest of all.
The wicked queen knew that the magical mirror only spoke the truth and grew very envious of Snow White. So one day, when the king was away, the wicked queen called a hunter to her chamber.
You will take Snow White to the forest and get rid of her and bring back a lock of her hair for me.
The hunter took Snow White to the forest. Where they came to a cliff. He prepared to push Snow White off the cliff, but when he saw how loving he was, he stopped himself.
Princess Snow White, your stepmother, the wicked queen has asked me to get rid of you, but I do not have the heart to hurt you. Please stay here in the forest and never return to the kingdom.
The hunter then left Snow White in the forest, but he made sure to cut a lock of her hair first. The hunter returned to the castle and presented the lock of hair to the wicked queen.
Ha ha ha! Snow White is gone, and I am the fairest of them all once again.
Wandering through the forest, Snow White came upon a tiny cottage near some mountains. She entered the cottage and found a delicious meal laid out on the table.
Seven little plates. They are full of delicious food.
Snow White was so hungry that she ate all the food. She then went to rest in the bedroom.
Oh, there are 7 little beds here. There must be 7 children living in this house. I think I will take a nap until they come back.
Quite exhausted, Snow White fell fast asleep. The house belonged to 7 dwarfs who were miners. They worked in the mountains. And when they returned in the evening, they realized that someone was in their house.
Someone's eaten our food. Someone's sleeping on our bed.
Snow White heard the dwarfs and woke up. She told them who she was and what had happened.
My stepmother will kill me if I go back to the castle.
The 7 dwarfs were very kind to Snow White and offered to let her stay in their house.
You can stay with us
But you must be careful while we are away,
and not let anyone enter the house.
for it could be your stepmother trying to harm you again. Snow White enjoyed living with the dwarfs. They were very kind to her, and she felt quite safe and happy with them.